Fantastic. Good morning to all of you. And I'm sure you'll agree with me that protocol has been very firmly established. Thank you very much. Distinguished delegates, esteemed colleagues, brothers and sisters, it is indeed my honor to extend warm fraternal greetings on behalf of the membership of the Barbados Private Sector Association as you convene your midterm conference under the very powerful theme, a shared vision for a stronger tomorrow through change and increased dialogue. This theme could not be more fitting because, let us be frank, we are at a time when our nation, and indeed the world, is at a crossroads. Globally, both families and businesses are facing significant challenges amid unprecedented economic pressures. The ongoing cost of living crises and multiple crises are affecting multiple countries, while wars and geopolitical instability are contributing to even further uncertainty by altering supply chains, imposing tariffs, and introducing new trade barriers. And while these may seem as esoteric high-level references, these realities are shaping everyday choices where families make difficult decisions regarding how to spend their limited disposable income, often trading off the purchase of basic food items against other financial commitments. Similarly, the digital revolution is reshaping the world at a pace that is hard to match. New tools, artificial intelligence, automation are transforming workplaces and creating opportunities, yes, but also anxieties. For too many, technology still feels like something that's being done to them rather than something that can be used and benefited from by them. Nevertheless, Barbados has continued to show remarkable resilience according to the economic fundamentals. Our economy has now recorded 15 consecutive quarters of growth. In 2024, real gross domestic product expanded by nearly 4%. Inflation remains below world averages. International reserves remains at an all-time high. And unemployment, though still too high, has declined steadily, now standing below 7%. Whilst these are significant achievements by any measure, as they reflect the collective discipline, policy focus, and tireless efforts of employees, businesses, and the government, we must acknowledge that those numbers do not always tell the true story or the full story. Too many households have yet to feel the relief. Too many families are still stretched thin. The truth is that growth is real, but it's not yet inclusive. In this vein, I challenge this conference to move beyond analysis and to prove and provide bold, practical solutions. The future of Barbados will not be decided by economic statistics alone, but instead by how we decide how well we answer some big questions. How can businesses and households work hand in hand to shield our people from external shocks? How do we make local production stronger and more competitive so that our food, our construction, and our services are less vulnerable to international vulnerabilities? How do we ensure that digital innovation does not widen the gap between the few and the many, but instead raises productivity, protects employees, and creates opportunities across the board? These questions matter because the answers shape the price of bread in the supermarket, the cost of building a home, the security of a job, and the future that awaits our children. Given the global headwinds which we are expected to face in the near future, it is important that we press ahead to develop a framework that can ensure that economic gains are felt across all households in Barbados. Chief among these headwinds will be the International Maritime Organization's Net Zero Framework. This initiative, which is designed to make global shipping greener, is projected to increase freight costs in our region yet again. Although the International Monetary Fund estimates that global shipping rates already account for 15% of the value of imported goods. This is before the imposition of the initiatives being advanced by the International Maritime Association. Every increase eventually shows up on our supermarket shelves, in our hardware stores, and even in the price of services. This reality underscores the urgent need to strengthen local production, because the more we can produce here at home, hopefully the less vulnerable we are to price shocks from abroad. At the same time, we must come to terms with the unfinished business of the digital revolution. For all its promise, we have not yet seen the productivity gains we expected. And too often, technology is viewed as a threat to labor rather than an enabler of growth. However, if we embrace it wisely by investing in training, re-engineering how we do business, and maintaining strong protections for employees, technology can be a tool to raise productivity without compromising worker welfare. It is in this regard that the Barbados Private Sector Association reaffirms its commitment to the 6 goals of Mission Barbados. Because if we are being honest, no development can be called sustainable if it is not broad-based, inclusive, and beneficial to the working men and women of our country. Any economic growth without fairness is fragile, and similarly, any development without equity is incomplete. This is not the responsibility of one group alone. It is the shared task of business, labor, government, and civil society. Only by working together can we ensure that economic growth translates into household security, that digital processes and progress delivers real productivity and climate resilience. As I conclude, it would be remiss of me not to thank you, because for me, this occasion marks the last occasion that I address you in my capacity as chair of the Barbados Private Sector Association. As I prepare to demit office, now October 3rd, I have to tell you that I have thoroughly enjoyed my relationship with CTUSAB. Let me be clear, they are fierce and erstwhile defenders of the labor movement. You know, I got very, very specific when the private sector says we have enjoyed a very good relationship with the labor movement. People tend to get a little nervous. So let me just clear the Savannah right now and let you know that your General Secretary and your presidents have been very fierce defenders of the labor movement. What they also are, however, are gentlemen and ladies, and they have treated me with the utmost respect. We have disagreed. We have disagreed again several times over the last 4 years that I've held this office. But we have not once been disagreeable in how we have conducted our affairs. And you can be eminently proud of your leadership. I've lost track. I'm truly grateful. As we deliberate over the coming days, I urge you to keep this shared vision in mind. Let us continue to see dialogue not as a burden, but as a necessity, and change something to be embraced, not feared. On behalf of the Barbados Private Sector Association, I wish you all the very best, not just today, but in all the other conferences that I shall hear about from this time onward. And God bless you, and may He keep you, may He cause His face to shine upon you, may He be gracious unto you, and may He give you peace and productivity in your deliberations today. That's not in the Bible, but I'm paraphrasing. Thank you very much. God bless.